For effective soft tissue mobilization work, we have to be able to relax. And if we're unable to relax, chances are we're not breathing correctly. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use parasympathetic breathing styles to get the most out of your mobilization training. Hi guys, welcome back to Stout Sport Performance. I'm Austin Stout, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can get the most out of your soft tissue and mobilization work by being able to relax and by being able to breathe correctly. So before we talk about how you should be breathing during your soft tissue and mobilization work, we need to talk a little bit about the nervous system. So our nervous system can be broken down into a central nervous system and then a peripheral nervous system. And our peripheral nervous system can be broken down further into a few different branches. In today's video, we're only going to talk about the autonomic branch of our nervous system, which is going to be the section of our nervous system that is out of our conscious control. So we don't have direct control over this portion of our body, over this portion of our nervous system. But it does have a massive effect on our daily life, on our performance, on our ability to do almost everything. And we almost always find ourselves being in a state of sympathetic autonomic nervous system activity or parasympathetic autonomic nervous system activity. Now, if we think about the sympathetic nervous system within our autonomic nervous system, this is out of our conscious control. This is where we think about fight or flight. This is where we think about alertness and the type of nervous system activity that we're going to experience throughout the most awake portions of our day. Throughout a lot of the day, we're going to be in a sympathetic nervous system state. And on the other side of that spectrum is our parasympathetic nervous system. And when we experience parasympathetic nervous system activity, this is really when we're thinking about sleep, rest, and high quality digestion. Now, as I've said, we don't have conscious control over which one of these systems we tend to be in. However, with our breathing, we have an ability to impact which of those states we tend to be in. So think about breathing extremely shallowly, so just breathing through your chest and hyperventilating. If you were to breathe like this for more than about 10-15 seconds, what's going to end up happening to you is you're going to notice you're going to be extremely alert. You might get a little bit dizzy. You might even have a little bit of sense of panic within your body. And that's because by breathing in this way, you're triggering high amounts of sympathetic nervous system activity. On the flip side, if we're able to control our breathing with diaphragmatic breathing, meaning we're breathing air into our stomach, you could think about it that way, and expanding our lungs deep down, and we're able to have an exaggerated exhale following that inhale into our stomach using our diaphragm to take these nice big deep breaths, then we're going to be able to trigger a more relaxed state throughout the body. So because we know that, we want to make sure that we can include parasympathetic style breathing techniques to get the most out of our soft tissue and mobilization work. So let's take the example of having hypertonic quads. Let's say we have some trigger points in our quad. The entirety of our quad is just a little bit tight and we need to bring down that resting tone maybe before a training session or just at the end of a day when we're doing our normal soft tissue and mobilization work. If we were to first drive our body and drive that quad into this foam roller with no thought or attention to our breath, especially if that muscle is really tight, it might be instinctual for us to contract that muscle against that foam roller, and that's going to cut into the effectiveness of our work. Furthermore, if directly we see this face of pain come across us and our breathing becomes shallow and quick, then we're going into a state of sympathetic nervous system activity, which could again inhibit our ability to relax into that foam roller, which is what we're going to need if we're really going to get quality work done in that tight section of soft tissue. So we're going to try to work at an intensity on this foam roller as we slide up the leg. It's going to allow us to breathe in this parasympathetic style to try to induce some level of relaxation as we do some relatively uncomfortable rolling of our hypertonic quad. So to make this really simple, here's how we're going to think about it. We're going to breathe in through our nose, trying to fill our stomach with air. And we're going to breathe out with an exaggerated exhale through our mouth. That's at least twice as long as our inhale. So we breathe in, and then 2 times long out. And as long as we can maintain a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3 ratio of inhale to exhale, we know we're working at an intensity on that formula that we can handle, and we can continue to try to work deeper and deeper into those tense tissues. So give that a try. If you're conscious of the way that you're breathing during your foam rolling, you're going to get more out of it. So try to use this parasympathetic style, a parasympathetic inducing style of breathing to help you get more out of your soft tissue and mobilization work. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make sure you give a subscribe and follow for more.